Okay, ready?
Hey!
I feel like my mind's going.
Hi!
Okay, look, we're talking to the camera. You gotta be quiet, okay?
Hey, sit down. Get off.
No.
Sit down. Come here. Sit with Dada. Come here.
No.
Just for a minute. Sit here.
No, Dada.
Ready?
No.
1,
Say cheese.
2, 3.
No.
Hi guys. Long time no see. Kelly here. I'm with my family, and now we have Presley. Say hi, Presley. Her name is Presley Agnes. Her middle name is Agnes after her great-grandmother, Dominic's grandma. And she will be 4 months next week. I realized my last video was a gender reveal, which was months and months ago, and I apologize. Life kind of happened, Wyatt. And we've been busy parents, as you can tell. Wyatt's almost 2.5 now, and he is a crazy man.
It's nuts. This kid's crazy.
Say hi.
Say hi to camera.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi,
So I just thought I would sit down and talk to you guys and do a little life update and tell you about my labor and delivery of Presley and kind of fill you in on what's going on because I owe it to you, especially my subscribers.
It's like trying to contain dynamite.
So if you see Wyatt running around here, just remember he's 2.5, so he might be running back and forth. So my last trimester of pregnancy went really well, although I did get taken out of work, I think at 36 weeks. Maybe we should have done this after he went to bed. For high blood pressure, which never actually turned into preeclampsia. It was only high a few times, but they were worried that it was going to turn into preeclampsia, which it never did. So I did stop working about 35, 36 weeks, and my due date came and went, and no Presley. I was having a lot of Braxton Hicks the entire time, but it never really turned into full-blown labor. Finally, I was 41 weeks, 5 days. No, I was 40 weeks, 5 days, and I was scheduled for a repeat C-section on that Monday. Friday morning, I woke up about 2 in the morning with some contractions that were a little bit stronger than before. I always wondered if I knew when I would really be in labor, and I could tell the contractions from the Braxton Hicks, and you do. You know the difference. It was way more intense, way more painful. I just had a feeling that it was a real thing. I was sleeping with Wyatt that night, and because Dominic snores, so I wasn't sleeping with him, and they got so intense that I was moaning and groaning and had to kind of breathe through them. So I had to get up out of bed because I didn't want to wake Wyatt up. So I came downstairs and I waited a couple hours. Yeah, so I started having contractions. I told Dominic I thought it was a real thing. He told me to relax and kind of go lay down, which I tried to, but there was no way I was sleeping. This started about 2 in the morning. They were getting more and more intense. I started timing them. And once they were about 7 minutes apart and lasting about, 45 seconds, I thought, I'm going to have a baby today. Okay, so we're going to try this again. We had to give Wyatt a coloring book and some crayons and let him color because he's just too much right now. So, where I left off, I started having contractions at 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday night, Saturday morning. I knew I was in labor. I just had a feeling. They weren't like the other contractions I had had throughout my 3rd trimester. It was more intense. I just felt it. I felt like this was a real thing. So I went and told Dominic that I thought I was in labor. He told me to go lay down, try to relax, try to breathe. So I came downstairs, and they were pretty bad. I was moaning pretty loud. I'm surprised I didn't wake the whole house up because they were pretty intense. The day wore on. They started getting stronger. I was timing them. They were 7 minutes apart for a really long time. We cleaned the house because we knew people were going to come over after we had her, so we wanted to make sure the house was clean when we left for the hospital. Like I said, I was scheduled for my repeat C-section on Monday. This is Saturday. So we were cleaning. I was cleaning, working through the contractions, which were pretty intense. Dominic thought I was just going to have her in the middle of the kitchen because I was bent over the kitchen counter just screaming. It was very painful. So about 11 o'clock, they were about 5 minutes apart. I went to the bathroom and my water had broken. So I called the doctor. She told me to go up there. On our way, we stopped at McDonald's and got some cheeseburgers because I wanted to eat before I was headed to the hospital because I knew I wouldn't eat for a while. I had a major contraction right in front of the drive-thru.
A bag of cheeseburgers.
A bag of cheeseburgers. I had a major contraction right in front of the drive-thru window, which was, I'm sure the guy that was giving us our cheeseburgers was like, what?
Hey, when you need a cheeseburger, you need a cheeseburger.
So we headed to the hospital. I get there, had been contracting all day, thought for sure I was at least 5 centimeters. The nurse checks me. She confirmed my water broke. 1 centimeter. I was devastated, but she said I was 100% effaced. So I had progressed, just not a whole lot. They admitted me to the hospital. The nurse who gave me my IV did something wrong, and blood went everywhere. It was really painful. I'm not sure if she hit my vein wrong or what happened, but that was pretty painful. So I was in labor for a while. I bounced on the yoga ball, tried to walk around. She asked me if I want an epidural. I didn't want to because I thought it would slow the progression of my labor. But once I got to about 4 or 5 centimeters, I said, give me the epidural. I was ready. So, the anesthesiologist came in and had a student with him. He informed me that the guy that was going to be giving me my epidural was a student. And that I was safe, that it was okay. I was a little skeptical about it, but at that point, I just wanted the epidural. I just didn't care. The student ended up sticking me 3 times and still not getting it right, so I had to get 4 epidurals altogether. The actual anesthesiologist stepped in and did my 4th one, and it was perfect when it kicked in. But to get poked that many times in your spine is just... got my epidural. I stayed the night there. I slept Saturday night throughout the night. My labor progressed throughout the night. Every time the nurse checked me, I was a little bit further. About 10 o'clock the next morning, Sunday morning, the day before my repeat C-section, they laid me on my stomach, which they called it a Texas roll. I thought it was weird to be pregnant and laid on your stomach. But I progressed, and I got to the point where I knew she was coming. So they called for the nurse, came in. I started pushing. It was crazy. I felt like I was in a whole other world. You just kind of take yourself to a whole different dimension. And I pushed for 2.5 hours. It didn't really feel like that long, but it was that long. My epidural actually wore off halfway in there. My bag was empty, which the nurse hadn't noticed, and I felt like my whole body was being ripped apart, which I'm sure it was. So the anesthesiologist had to come back in and give me more epidural. After that, it was smooth sailing. I pushed her out. She was 8 pounds, 8 ounces. She is still a very big baby. She was born big. But she's sweet baby. She's sleeping good. We were breastfeeding. She's a great breastfeeder. We just love her. She couldn't be any more perfect. Here she is. She's beautiful. And we're so in love with her. And I got my VBAC. So it was a very emotional experience. After it was done, I felt like I could take on the world. I felt so good. I was on such a high for weeks after that. It was an amazing experience. And I'm just so happy I didn't have to have another C-section. And she came the day before I was scheduled for one. So everything worked out. It was beautiful, and we're happy, right? So that's my update.
Busy, but happy.
We're busy. We're exhausted, but we're blessed. And I just wanted to fill you guys in with my life right now. I know that I've said this so many times, but I will try to dedicate more of my time to more vlogs. I really want to do this. It's just, you know, life is hard. We're both working a lot. We have 2 babies. It gets, you know, it gets a little difficult, but I do love to make videos, so I'm going to try my best. But yeah. Anything else? This is Presley.
I think they get the gist of.
She's a chunkamunker.
It's become our life.
This outfit's 6 months. She's not even 4. She'll be 4 next month. She's just a big baby. She's sweet as can be, though.
We have spawned 2 sticks of dynamite.
Yeah. I think she's smiling at her daddy. She hears him talking.
Give you kind of a
She's just happy. I mean, the baby is so happy. She's always smiling. She's so sweet. She rarely cries. I mean, she's a little sweetheart. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's a happy girl. We couldn't be more blessed.
Already rolling over, already holding her head up.
Yeah, she's rolling over. She's holding her head up. This is proud daddy right here. Likes to tell everyone what she's already doing.
Bubba.
We're trying to potty train Wyatt, but he likes to put the potty on his head. So we're gonna let you guys go. Just wanted to do an update on. So we will say bye now. Just wanted to update you on our lives and let you know what's going on. Thanks for tuning in, and please hit subscribe or like if you'd like to see more videos. And stay tuned for more vlogs. And we'll be back. All right? We'll see you guys. Bye. Say bye, Wyatt.
Bye bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Blow kisses. Say love you. Say see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Presley, hello.
I guess I should still put the newborn panel in. Just put growing placenta. Yeah, we'll have to put.
You're fine. Just hold her.
Yeah. And I already had her.